Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting installment of Tomb of Annihilation here on Double the Dice. When we last left off, we had the town guard was talking about banana candy and pointing at our party. Bob the Krill, what does your character, John J. Seal, do?
Hello, how's it going? Oh, I see you noticed our dinosaur there, banana candy. What can I help you with? And I'll start approaching them.
Can I also walk up beside you while you have to guard?
And Mordai isn't here with us today, but he has said that he is offering the help action. So,
point of order. Didn't we discuss already on the ship that we're not calling the dinosaur banana candy?
too late.
Okay.
Well,
This is after I said, hey, Bob, do you want to take some time and think about what you're going to say before we start?
Well,
how about this?
Bob forgets things, but
How about Lila is gonna elbow Bob for a second and be like, "Hey, man, can we like talk for a second?"
what's up?
Okay,
No.
so I'm going to have, first, I'm going to have John J. Seal, our resident wizard, make
Heck
a persuasion check. And Lila, I'm going to have you make a deception check.
Persuasion check.
Something wizards are notoriously good at.
19.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say John starts saying that, and he doesn't get banana candy out. He gets and then elbowed in the ribs by Lila.
Bohemio there. Bohemio, our dinosaur. Bohemio, as they like to pronounce it. Yes.
And actually, you know what? With that 19 persuasion and Mordai helping, I'm still gonna let you take advantage on that. Bob. So go ahead and roll another d20 to see if you get a nat 20. We'll crit fish on this persuasion check.
I'm guessing no. Yeah, nope. Not
Alright.
this time.
So the guard that's talking. So there's two sets of guards here. There's one that's working for the city guard, and there's one that's talking to one of the guards of the villa. Right? One of the estate guards. And you notice that they both have similar insignias on their uniforms. But in any case, the guard says to you, yeah, he's you said he was called what, Bohemia? What?
That's correct, sir.
The name is Bohemia.
Yes.
Interesting, because we all, we've been on the lookout for a hadrosaur that matches this description. So we were kind of thinking that it might be the same one.
Oh, interesting.
Where did you get this, hadrosaur?
To be honest, this hadrosaur and this party saved me when I was in the jungle, so.
Yes, and I'm gonna break in there as John is saying this and explain that we found.
Wait just 1 second. Wait just 1 second. Lila, do you even know that banana candy was stolen?
No.
You weren't there. And neither was John J. Seal.
Correct.
But Lila is fully prepared to make some shit up right now.
Hold on. Were
None of us.
Mordai and Yenben there? Yenben
Nope.
was definitely there.
Nope.
Yenben was there. You
Yenben was
rode
there.
one of the dinosaurs.
So Yenben and Mordai were there when the group left town. Oh yeah, no, Yenben.
No, Yenben
they
rode
were
a
there.
dinosaur
Yeah,
at one point. I remember.
No, I did. Yes, in episode
At the
like
camping
4.
All right, everybody, flashback to episode 2.
start.
No, I'm not expecting Brad to insert a clip. We don't do that here.
This just in
so-
from Bread. No.
But yeah,
Sir,
I
I'm sure
think
there's
Mordai
a
was
logical,
there.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for why this dinosaur it looks the same as another dinosaur. These guys that I'm with here wouldn't harm a fly unless the fly was like an ice giant or something. You know what I mean?
Well, and also, John, I think we failed to mention something really important here, guys. We are taking this. This isn't our dinosaur. Remember, we're taking it back.
Back where?
Remember, we are expected. We have to go take this dinosaur.
Where
Remember?
are you taking the dinosaur? Who's the proper owner of this this fine?
Well, so here's
Animal.
the thing. Like, I don't really know who the proper owner is because, that's a long story. But we were in the jungle, and while we were in the jungle, the dinosaur asked us to take it home because I can speak with animals because I'm a druid.
I'm gonna have you roll deception check. Mordai is going to give you advantage.
Okay, advantage on deception.
Okay, but like in Faerun, running into a druid that says, I talked to the
God.
beast, they wanted my help.
I'm
It's-
calling this deception because it is an attempt to hide particular pieces of information. It's a lie of omission. And you get advantage because it's mostly true.
Well, that doesn't seem to be helping me very much. Let's see what.
Not
let's see what happens
particularly,
here.
no. Well, so what you're saying here is that you don't know who the owner is because you acquired this dinosaur in the jungle, right?
Right.
So,
So we were taking it home.
are you aware that this dinosaur was reported missing and stolen?
Did you check its
No.
serial
By a
number
druid?
to make sure it's the correct serial?
Hey, Drew.
Make sure it's the right dinosaur.
No, I had to. Honestly, I
Do you
have
have
no
any
idea what you're talking
connection? What's your name?
about. I'm Lila.
So, do you know? Oh, geez, now I have to. That was a. What was Missy Joe's character name? Gosh, I gotta go look it up now. So long ago in my notes.
Lila, I think we got it.
Lenora.
Yeah,
Lenora.
We're good, great.
So the last rider of this dinosaur that we have registered is Lenora Willowshade. Do you have any association with her? She's a member of the Emerald Enclave.
Well, apart from being a member of the Enclave myself, no, not really.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe this is a coincidence. You're looking for this dinosaur. Maybe it's the dinosaur. He did ask me to bring him home, but he's a dinosaur, so people stuff is not really very.
All right. What about you, tall, bright, and hairy?
Oh,
What's your story?
Yenben has definitely taken the moment that these guys pointed us out and has backed up and cast Disguise Self. Because he knows he sticks out like a sore thumb.
So
How are
you didn't
disguised?
say it before I talked to you, so that's a little unfair.
But you guys were doing really good role play, and I didn't want to insert myself and just be like,
All right.
I'm doing
Fair
this.
enough. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay. So, you cast Disguise Self.
Sure. Yeah.
What do you use? Is that a ranger spell?
It is a Gloomstalker spell.
Gloomstalker spell. Okay. So, what do you do to disguise yourself? Don't forget, you also have Kenna's party armor right now. Which
I do still have the party armor on. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take a page out of what we just did inside step back into the because he's the last one out down the stairs. Just like, whoop, no. Step back into the alcove, disguise self really quickly, and he will be, instead of being a bugbear with like the big yellow teeth and the white fur, he's going to be like, I don't know why, but the vibe fits, a furbolg.
Okay.
All right.
Similar like body
Just
shape.
on pure vibes.
Yeah, just on pure vibes. There's going to be a furbolg with the like grayish skin, close enough that someone would go from 20 feet away and a half-second glance like white bugbear. Oh wait, no, gray furbolg. Okay, and just the party armor becomes just a white vest, and so like not enough that anyone would mistake the two, but close enough that like in a dark alley from 100 feet away you couldn't tell.
So what? So you said he's got a nice, a little gray vest. What kind of? He's a furbolg with a gray vest. Is he high class, low class? Like, do we have a specific kind of character vibe?
The vibe, like, Yenben would try and probably be exactly in the middle, like slightly mercantile, doesn't stay in the shitty inns, but doesn't order the really good wine either. Like, just that kind of vibe where you're like, yeah, okay, he's probably got a nice dagger on him, but not worth robbing.
Yeah.
Literally just a dude you would pass in the crowd,
nice
even though
enough
he looks
that the
distinct.
Nice enough that the guards aren't going to think he's a problem that's going to be loitering.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, the guard looks at you and Mordai and says, "How about you two? What's your story? What's your affiliation with this dinosaur?"
Oh, well, guard, that guy isn't even with us. Hey, Mordai, where did Yenben go?
I hate you sometimes.
Oh, so you know Yenben.
Yeah.
He was one of the other riders in the same race that the last time this hadrosaur was racing in. So that's fascinating. When was the last time you saw this Yenben character?
Well, he was just here, I think. Yenben?
No, you're gonna need to stay here. I haven't caught your name yet. I know you were Lila. Thank you. Last name? Family name? Clan name?
Flag.
Thank you. And what about you? What's your name there? You in the robe.
I am John Jasiel.
Okay, how do you spell that?
It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
He pulls out a little notepad. How do you spell John Jasiel? It's Jon, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Or are you one of those JOHNs?
It's actually Jeanne.
Okay. Jasiel, I'm guessing it's Jayseal.
Sir, we're going to be here for a long time if we spell out every name we have in this group here.
So, yeah, how many silent letters can we fit in one name? You get through explaining how to spell your name, and he just says, "Did your parents hate you?"
I think they were not English majors, that's for sure.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna have to take all you down to the guardhouse for some further questioning, I think. We'll confirm or discredit whether or not this is the dinosaur in question. And if it's not the same dinosaur, then you'll all be free to go, and it won't be any problem, right?
Perfect.
Well, now, why you won't do that?
And I'm sorry, who are you?
That's not important. I'm just curious. Why you won't do that?
Because we're the town guard, and we believe this hadrosaur to have been stolen. So we need to apprehend the criminals. That's our job.
They think my friend Yenben stole it.
But now, what proof do you have that this This hadrosaur was stolen.
Well, it's a matching description. That's what we've got right now.
Well,
This looks like every other
forgive me for
hadrosaur
asking,
on the
but
damn
what is the
jungle.
description?
The description is hadrosaur.
Well,
I
that
just
could
saw
literally-
one
I'm gonna-
hadrosaur walking
let's-
down
let's
that
just-
road about 10 minutes ago.
You know what? With what's the description? I'm gonna have everybody roll a persuasion check. Just a group persuasion check, and we'll see how we do. We'll take the average.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Can Mordai roll?
I'm gonna say Mordai's assistance is going to help the lowest roll.
Yes, that's me. I think. Yeah.
I think we got this, guys.
As a group, you need to average above a 9.
Well, that's gonna help.
That'll do it.
That actually puts us above a 9. Aha! Thank you, Mordai!
Clutch.
Actually, I think we were at 10 before, anyways.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I had a 2. I brought us way down.
Yeah, that too hurt the average a
That 2
lot.
hurt the average real good.
So he says, well, I think there's, well, it's pretty clear that Lenora Willowshade isn't with you. So, and neither is this Yenben guy. He's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, which is really weird.
You're right. I guess we don't have any grounds, but if you see either of them, please make sure to let the Taunton guards know. Thank you for your time.
Sounds good. And we will
And,
keep an eye out for the missing Hydrosaur as well. If we find one, we'll bring it back to you because we are good citizens of the law.
I got that impression about you. Thanks. I'm glad.
Yep.
All right.
You know what? Here, have some gold as a tip because you guys are doing a great job. I'll toss them each a gold.
Now you're speaking my language.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And the guard goes away.
I will deduct
So-
2 gold.
We're walking away now, right? I think Yenben is about to start walking away with everyone.
And
Yes.
now let's take a moment to make sure we introduce our players for tonight. Now that we've done away with that little scene, starting from this side.
I'm Bob the Krill playing John J. Sue!
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I heard the echo in the background. All right. Next.
I'm Treviathan playing What the Fuck John J. Seal, Yenben.
Sorry, are you playing John J. Seal as well?
No, I'm playing Yenben, who is thinking What the Fuck John J. Seal. But I didn't have a chance to put that into good English words.
I'm Gala Drummond, and I'm playing Lila Clegg, and I don't know. I think I'm going to be casting Druidcraft and smacking somebody in the back of the head with the branch.
And, of course, thank you tremendously to our amazing Technomancer, the Bread Pirate Ryberts. And lastly, I'm your Dungeon Master. I'm riding shotgun. I'm just along for the ride. The Hadrosaur ride, as the case may be. So, last session, you got a lot of information from Cinder Sylvain after you had to deal with Arameg and you landed in port. You got a quest from the Harbor Master to hunt pirates. And we talked to Cinder Sylvain, who told you a few interesting pieces of information. One was that grandfather Zitembe at the Temple of Savras had a vision that might be helpful in regards to the Soulmonger, and that the guide Eku might know something about Orlunga and the best way to get there.
Yes.
So, or you can return the dinosaur to the racetrack, or do something completely different. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't think we should return him immediately, because if we show up right away, I think that's going to be pretty obvious. Hey, guys.
I think if we walk entirely across town and you two, who were not involved in the initial incident, sell the dinosaur, I think we're just fencing stolen goods at that point.
Did you actually steal this dinosaur?
I didn't.
The Furbolg's voice changes entirely. Well, it wasn't us, per se.
Yanben!
You ever decide to out me again, I'm not going to be very happy about it.
Well, you shouldn't be stealing dinosaurs, Yanben.
I didn't steal a dinosaur. I was just close enough nearby the lady who did that they would put me in irons.
And I didn't out you then.
You started looking for my ass.
Yeah.
If I am suddenly
weird.
disguised, play dumb. And I mean dumber than what you usually play when talking to people.
Ouch.
Now,
Offensive.
come on.
But I will not turn you into the guards for stealing this dinosaur.
I appreciate that.
Because I think that would make us even in this case.
Even how?
Because I almost sold you out to the guards, I suppose. How did you steal? How did you come across this dinosaur?
There once was a druid in his group. I met her for about an hour. And next thing I know, we're leaving town with a dinosaur that she rode in a race.
I'm guessing she got arrested.
No.
I don't know, actually. Like, she just kind of decided to go her own way at some point.
She got called back home, back to the Emerald Enclave up north.
I see.
And now we have a hadrosaur.
Well, I suppose then we're all innocent because none of us took the dinosaur, so maybe we should just return it.
Yes, you two should definitely return the dinosaur. And you know what? I will accept goodwill as payment. I don't need the money for it.
Well, and I don't think we need the trouble either of getting caught fencing a stolen dinosaur.
That too.
Also, with the, the mission. We really have a lot of time for dinosaur negotiations.
Yep.
Okay, well, I mean, I think we should do that. I think,
Probably best we do it before anyone recognizes I'm a 7-foot-tall fucking bugbear.
yeah, I mean, I would say redisguise yourself, but I don't know if that's a thing.
Redisguise self is not a spell.
I mean, I can do it a few times in a day, but like...
Well, I mean, maybe keep it on tap.
Just hold back for a minute at the front gate. We'll just run it in there.
It lasts an hour. If we walk across town, we can do it.
Yeah, you guys can make it from anywhere to anywhere in this city and definitely in 2 hours, probably in.
So why don't we just go deal with that first? You two handle that. Or down, and I'll be at a safe distance.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go do that, and then we'll go handle the rest of this business about this grandfather. What's his name?
Yeah.
What's funny is I'm pretty sure Mordai is the one who won the most gold in betting that race.
I think he is, yeah.
So, like, we have 3 different motivations for the people that were involved.
What would Yenben's motivate? Well, I guess I won the most money for winning the race. I think.
Yeah, so Lila and Yenben, or sorry, not Lila. Lenora and Yenben won a purse for... Or no, Yenben won the purse.
Yeah. Mordai won a bunch of money betting.
Lenora stole the dinosaur. And so if they find out that the 3 of you are working together, they might actually accuse you of trying to fix the race.
Oh, that doesn't seem good. I don't like that. Let's pretend we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to get one more persuasion check between either Lila or Bob the Krill returning the dinosaur without letting on that it is. So, how exactly are you two planning on approaching this, actually?
Well, okay, if one of us does it, can the other one help?
Yes.
Okay.
I swear, officer, it followed me home.
Well.
Someone looking for a hadrosaur?
You could say that after the encounter, Lila, that we had there, you could just tell them that you spoke with the dinosaur again, and the dinosaur did say that it was stolen by a lady who is now gone. And because we found it in the woods, we're just returning it to the owner.
We kept it safe.
I think I don't even want to bring up the theft so much as just. Okay, can I do a quick investigate around the area to see if there's any outbuildings or what's that?
Which area? Around the racetrack? Around the
around the racetrack.
Okay, and you're looking for.
I'm looking for a quiet corner that I can deposit banana candy in without speaking to anyone, that he will be found a little bit later.
Someone just forgot him at the racetrack like a lonely child.
I mean, I'll pet him on the head and say goodbye to him and give him a snack.
Yes, you can make an investigation check for a discreet place to deposit. Yeah, I'd say that you can find somewhere like that. Is there anything you want to do? Do you want to talk to him or anything before?
Yeah, I wanna talk to him. I wanna pet his little nose and give him a good berry, and tell him that he is almost home. I'll speak with the animals on myself and tell him that he's almost home, and that if he can. He's close. So if he can come out and wander around and find his human.
Yeah, I know where to go. I go here all the time.
Okay, well, just wait here a little bit. All right, enjoy your good berry, and then once we're gone, go find your way.
Can I go now?
just.
I'm sorry. Have you put the personality of your dog into this dinosaur?
Good berry gone. Can I go now?
Wait. Wait.
You know, how fast can I go? You know I'm a race dino.
I know you're a race dino, but you have to.
Gotta go fast.
Well,
gotta go now.
Hey, just give me a second. Okay, and so, I'm just gonna I'm gonna toss another good berry behind him so that he turns around while I run outside so I can sneak away from him and get away before he realizes that I've left.
Okay, is anyone else with Lila right now? Where is everyone else?
40 feet back.
Yeah, I guess I just hang back.
So within eyesight, but not eye line, but not with them. Okay.
Yeah.
Lila, I would like you to make a stealth check.
Okay.
With no help, because you are by yourself.
Ah, there we go.
Don't need it. Don't need the help. Perfect.
She built different.
Super sneaky.
So you throw this good berry, and it kind of rolls under something. So Banana Candy has to snoop for a little bit before he can, which gives you tons of time to make distance, and then you just fade into the crowd.
As I'm escaping by Banana Candy, I say, I whisper, yell, "Bye, buddy!" And I just sneak out the door and come back to Yanban and John.
And thus ends the adventures of Banana Candy. Oh, the stories he will tell the other dinosaurs.
My God, I'm sure.
Cut to Banana Candy. Guys, don't leave the racetrack.
The jungle is the worst.
The jungle sucks. Don't go there.
All the food is terrible. No Tej.
No, that's Zongo. Zongo's the one who brings Tej. I don't think Banana Candy got any.
Oh, you didn't get any? I thought, man.
I mean, maybe Ferul and Gondolo tried to give him some early on, but that was so long ago.
I'm sure he's on a strict racing diet.
That's
Oh,
right.
I don't know.
He's
I
an
feel like
athlete.
those race
He's a
dinosaurs.
professional athlete.
He's an athlete. He's not like a rock star of dinosaurs. Not like
No, that's
party.
he's an
definitely Zongo. Zongo's definitely a rock star.
Oh my gosh.
Elvis. So
I don't know.
you have successfully returned.
I think more like Ozzy Osbourne at
I was
this
gonna
point.
say rage metal, like
Rage metal was never the same afterwards.
So you have successfully returned Banana Candy to his, or at least gotten him close enough that the owner is probably going to find him. He will be reunited with his owner. You're very confident. So, what would we like to do now?
Well, I'm assuming somewhere in here we would be doing our shoppings.
Yeah, you guys all sent me what you wanted to buy on Discord for the most part. If you guys want to just list off whatever you're buying now would be a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some time to look at that because I have.
Well, then maybe we list it off later.
Yeah, we can
I
talk
do
about
know
later.
that Mordai, but whatever you decide you buy, this would be the time that you buy it. So you
Studded
will have
leather.
it from now on.
Cha-ching!
Studded leather.
Lila does want to pick up some fishing tackle since we're going to have our
Very good.
canoes. And
Oh, and a canoe.
And a canoe, yeah. That's definitely on the list.
Does the canoe fit in the bag of holding, or do we need the two small canoes to fit them in the bag of holding?
So the canoe can fit 7 people. So I don't think the opening of the bag of holding is large enough for you to shove the canoe into it.
Are there smaller canoes?
The bag of holding is 2 feet in diameter.
The canoe has a pontoon on it.
Then no. Is the pontoon
Like it
removable?
has like one main canoe part that you sit in, and then it's got these 2 beams that stick out and a float
Right.
on the side.
Is
So
it
it's
collapsible? Like
it is
when we
not
take-
collapsible. They are
Okay,
all
then okay, fair enough. We haven't. That's the +1 canoe. It's collapsible.
Yeah, it's a magical Teeman's tiny boat. Like
Okay, no, there is an item that does that.
there is an item that does
There is
that,
an
but I
item
think
that
it
does
turns
that.
into a full size like
It's a full like
caravel
galley or something. Yeah,
galley
like
or something, and you couldn't take one of those galleys down these rivers.
No. Okay,
They wouldn't fit.
but we can stick the oars and stuff in. And you
Yeah,
said
the
it was
oars would definitely
50 gold for a canoe.
correct.
I will cover the gold for the canoe.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Was there anything else we want to do while we're in
I will say
town?
Mordai is getting a bunch of rice and beans and a collection of cooking utensils and stuff for his worship of his patron.
Yeah, do you have any scrolls? What type of scrolls can I get in town?
You can definitely get 1st and 2nd level scrolls, but they're not cheap. So
Okay.
we will have to look at that in more detail between sessions, but we can see that you pick them up now.
I think the other one is finding a vendor for either the Horn of Blasting or the Wand of Fear. Do we want to? Are we willing to part with either of those items, team?
I feel like the Horn of Fear would be maybe a good one to sell because it's not probably super practical.
That's a mix of both
That's
of
a
them.
mix of both. Horn of Blasting,
Oh, Horn of
Wand of
Blasting.
Fear.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Wand
Wand
of
of Fear,
Blasting
then.
would be a little weird.
We've
Well, then
conflated too
then
many
the
things.
Wand of
My
Fear.
brain's tired. What's happening?
Sorry, what I was trying to say was then I mean the Wand of Fear, because I feel like Fear is kind of an unpredictable spell. Like, it's not one that, I don't know if it would be super practical to use in the jungle. Because if you send something out, it would just wake everything else up.
So the one casting fear just causes creatures to gain the frightened condition, I believe.
Okay.
No, it's
I want
better
to
than
double
that.
check.
It's
It's better.
Yeah, so you can cast Command or Cone of Fear.
Oh, okay.
You can use so Cone of Fear is 2 charges, a 60-foot cone of amber light with a DC 15 Wisdom save, or they become frightened of you for 1 minute. And
While
then,
frightened, they have disadvantage on attacks while they can see you.
Yep.
And they cannot walk towards you.
not this one.
Oh shoot!
While it is frightened in this way, a creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and
Yeah.
it
So it's
can't
a better
willingly
version of frightened.
move to a space cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it must use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
So maybe it is kind of unpredictable. Do you want to speak more into that, Galadremen? Why do you feel like it's an unpredictable thing?
Well, just like I think I would say as Lila that if we're in the jungle, we don't necessarily want to scare something and send it out in a random direction to wake whatever else is out there up. That seems kind of dangerous to me from a crowd control standpoint. But money is good in this situation because we don't have a lot of it, and it gives us more options too. Like we can do different things. Rather, this is sort of limited.
The wand is sort of limited.
Right.
I would
Horn of Blasting is fun. I think you guys should keep it. I want to see it blow up.
I would actually argue the other way. Horn of Blasting has a significant disadvantage if you fuck up with it. A kind of a disadvantage where a cartoon cigar peels away from your face and you are covered in black soot.
Well, I think we should just keep both.
Or I say we sell both then, because I don't know if are we going to use this like this?
I mean, I do enjoy invoking fear. I can use fear as a valuable weapon. Probably more so than a cone or than a horn of blasting. Now that said, if you want the horn of blasting, I'll take the wand of fear.
I don't think I would be using the horn myself.
I will use the Horn of Blasting.
The horn of blasting will kill you in one missed move. You know that, right?
Okay. This is okay.
Why? It is a worse fireball.
And we have a thing to do, and I don't know if you noticed, but we're running out of time.
Yeah, we'd have to find a buyer for these things, and they're expensive. All right, it's up to you guys.
Well, I mean, I see your point, Yen Ben, about fear. You want to use it, I say use it. As far as the horn goes, I don't particularly want to explode, but if you're willing to take a chance on it,
I've taken a chance on it, and it feels like holding the lightning in your hands. John, if you want that, it's yours. If you don't, we should sell it.
I agree.
What about Mordai?
Mordai can't come to the phone right now.
Does he? Do you think he would use it? Maybe not. Okay, let's sell it. Yeah, let's just sell it.
So,
Let's just sell it.
While you guys are talking about selling it, a little hand climbs up on John's shoulder and just goes,
Hello. You want a high five? What is it trying to show me? Let's see. What do you want? Retithus? Okay.
He's trying to gesture to himself.
Yeah. Oh, you want the Horn of Blasting? No. Yes. Why do you want the Horn of Blasting? I think Retithorus wants the Horn of Blasting.
He doesn't have lips. He can't use it.
Retithorus, calm down, buddy.
Inconsolable. Inconsolable.
I'm just gonna take him and put him in my pocket.
All right, well, do we think we're going to be coming back to Port Nine Zire? Is it worth finding someone really willing to pay top dollar for this, or do we just want to roll with it?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
You guys
man,
can
I
sell
gotta
it for a
pee.
certain amount now, or leave it here and have someone sell it for you to get the most money.
We could do that.
What do y'all figure?
It's like the if our party falls apart, we can come back and we'll have some money in the bank.
Have something expensive held in trust for the spellcats to be sold for a certain amount?
That's not the worst idea.
There's a nest egg if I ever done heard one.
Yeah.
Sort of like stocks.
Like what?
And honestly, if we I'm getting the impression that if we don't come back from this jungle, it's not going to matter how much we sold it for when we left anyway.
Yep.
So does that mean you guys are going to the bank?
We're going to wherever we can sell a magic horn in trust, I guess.
So, if you want to do that, you'd have to either go to the bank and go to a bank like that, or you would have to, or you could leave it with Cinder Sylvain or someone else that you trust.
Sure.
Right. So how would you guys like to approach that?
Probably Syndra then, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if there are other adventurers, like let's say the spell kites get taken out, and if there are other adventurers, then she can still. No, there's still a backup plan, right?
Do we want to purple smoke that a bit then, and just like smash cut back to when you gave Syndra the horn?
Can I just I'll just run down there and then can I just be coming out of Syndra's place? And yeah, let me tell you about blockchain
So-
next time.
Here's the thing. You say to Cinder Sylvain something about trying to get the best price for this magic item in front of the merchant prince in charge of regulating the prices of magic items.
Do we roll for that?
There's just a set price for these things. You're not like every magic item is evaluated and charged, and that's Wakongo Tamu's thing. And Syndra is living at his house and is kind of powerless to
Yeah, okay.
argue with that. Once you guys leave, then Syndra says, if you want, she sends you a message. She uses sending. It says, if you want to get the best price for something like this, you're going to have to sell it on the black market.
Oh, hell.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't think we're that broke. I think we can sell things on the regular market, guys.
Why are you housing Galadraman? Why are you housing?
I am housing because is this really a significant difference between these two prices?
It's like double.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Before we narrate this out, Yenben would have asked what that price is. Yenben and Lila would understand how all of this works, even though we don't, because they live in this area. So,
So, let me just double check, because we had it all posted in the shopping thing, right? So, in that shopping thread.
if I recall, it was the bottom price of the range.
And the Horn of Blasting is a rare item?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the bottom price is 501 gold.
Uh-huh.
The top price is 5,000 gold.
Yeah, so it's not double.
So it's an order of magnitude.
10 times.
I apologize.
Well,
Okay,
in that case, let's sell it on the black market.
you're kidding.
Well,
But it would take a lot more time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, but that might not be a nice little present for us to come home to if we come home to our horn being sold and maybe, having accomplished our mission, then we have.
if we're selling it on the black market, we can't go through any of the legal means like a bank. Can we?
No.
We get our price for it. So my question is, this is the merchant prince of Port Nyanzaru. How far does his influence extend?
Port Nyanzaru and its surrounding areas and territories. You might be able to sell it in Fort Beluarian, which is close by, but that fort and the Flaming Fist are there under with the permission of the merchant princes, even though the merchant princes would probably have a very hard time kicking them out.
I wasn't thinking Fort
Beluarian.
Sure. I was thinking something more along the lines of Camp Righteous.
Interesting.
Well, we would be heading that way.
Because I'm familiar with, or Yenben would be familiar with Camp Righteous. He's probably been nearby there at least a few times.
Would he be? You might be able to find a buyer there.
Even if it's more than 500 gold. Even if we can double our price, that's not too bad for a quick buck, hey?
Yeah, what have I told you guys about Camp Righteous? Do you remember?
You haven't told me anything.
Just the location? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I will say that it is an Order of the Gauntlet place. It's a camp made by the Order of the Gauntlet. They are the faction of clerics and paladins that have moved into Port Nyanzaru in the efforts of eradicating undead.
Okay.
Right? So
we
kind of a non-denominational religious group.
Are they under the influence or the auspices of the merchant princes, or kind of independent operators?
You get the impression that they're at least more independent. Sort of akin to the Emerald Enclave.
All right. And might be very keen on a very large weapon.
Maybe.
All right. Yenben relays these facts since he is from south of the Mistcliff Mountains and has probably been at least near there and is not undead.
Not yet.
Hey. I don't like that joke. That's not a fun joke. Don't do that.
You guys, Yenben relays this information to you guys. What do you say? What do you do? Thoughts?
Well, I mean,
I have no NPC to respond with, so it's all you guys.
I mean, this is kind of us plotting.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's relatively on the way, right? Like if we take the river, we're taking the canoe down the river, then it's kind of sort of on the way.
It's on the river.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I mean, if we're gonna get hopefully some more for it, some more gold for it, I don't see why not. We can always come back and sell it later if we don't find a buyer.
Worst case, we use it.
Yeah, and hopefully nothing explodes.
Yeah, that too. Right. So, and I guess we ain't selling anything else in town.
No, I'm not selling my bug spray.
It's good.
We should probably re-up on foodstuffs, at least for really important stuff. Maybe like a dozen or so extra water skins or something. Just ones we can carry around on ourselves for when they'll create water or whatnot.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
So, a couple extra water skins, like, stuff to tide us over for an extra day, sort of thing.
snacks.
And rations and whatnots and who's-its.
Yeah. Perfect.
And a canoe.
Shopping complete.
Yeah. Hey, we did a shopping episode again.
Congratulations.
I will
Let's
tally
go.
up our extra what's-its and who's-its.
Let's go back to the beach.
The same beach?
Same beach, yeah.
Just all the way back to that one over by Mesro. And this
Yeah.
time I mean Mesro.
We bought everything. Can go back now. Just relax.
So you've returned banana candy.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
still the you guys don't have to follow all of these leads for the record, right? Like
I think
Eku the guide is reputed to know a way to know some relevant information, or you could go to the Temple of Savras to talk about talk to that priest about his vision.
I would like to go to the temple.
I think both. Honestly, I'd like to do both. I think
Okay.
Yenben is
So
of the
first-
opinion that going into the jungle with more information rather than less is prudent and therefore correct.
Yep. Well, I mean, we like knowing stuff.
Fair. All right. So are we off to the Temple of Savras then?
I think so.
Cool.
Let's do it.
All right. So as we move across the city, you approach the Temple of Savras. And just give me a second to find the thing for the Temple of Savras. So the Temple of Savras is a temple dedicated to divination and wizards and study. This is a goddess of knowledge and discovery.
Hey, it's right up your alley, John.
Yeah, this is a pretty sweet place.
This ain't some Claire temple. This is a wizard sample.
Fortune tellers,
Weird.
diviners, and those who unfailingly speak the truth, regardless of whether listeners want to hear it. Ras, I apologize. Not a goddess, it is a god. His symbol is a monstrous eye, or a crystal ball filled with eyes. Savras's temple is one of the oldest and grandest buildings in the city, with a tiled roof of its great dome resembles an unblinking eye staring skyward. It is.
So, all this imagery of an unblinking eye. You know what other god has an image of an unblinking eye?
Vecna?
One that Yenben wears across both armbands.
Groomsh? No, not Groomsh.
No, not Groomsh. Grunkul.
Gruncool. The other G one.
Yeah.
So you definitely notice similarities. However, Gruncool is not a god of knowledge.
Ooh.
He's a god of hiding,
Ambush and fear.
ambush, right? They're very diametrically opposed,
Two sides of the same coin.
but both
Knowing and not knowing.
involving... Yeah. Basically.
Knowing and the fear of the unknown. I love this. This is great. Symbolism.
It's awesome. Yeah. So you, you approach this temple, and I don't know why I closed it. I lost it. There we go.
I think
And-
Yenben would relay that to John as well. Like
Yeah, of course.
this interesting little tidbit about the two. Probably not with the same
But-
enthusiasm or verve that I do it, but you know.
It's right there on the
Very
map.
interesting.
In the northern part of Port Nine Zaru. So you guys went from the merchant villa that was across the street from the temple, went all the way down south to the racetrack to go drop off banana candy, and then came all the way back up to go to the building that was across the street from where you were before.
Now look, I know you're just getting your steps in, but like That rock tied to your wrist does not count steps. I don't know how the hell you think it does.
So, as you approach, it's very open concept. There are not a lot of closed doors in this room. There are no secrets here, only knowledge. And you see an elderly gentleman with a big, long beard standing there talking to a group of, for lack of a better term, ruffians. And he says, "No, no, 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 no. I won't do it. You know better than that." And they say, "Are you sure? Because I've got this ruby that's got your name on it if you help us find him." And you look at this ruby, and it's probably worth like 500 gold. This ruby is massive. And he says, "I don't give a damn about your darn shiny rock. Get out of here." And they continue pressing. Remarkably, you see some... Yenben, with your observant nature, you notice that under their overcoats and some of their layers, you notice similar insignias and designs that you saw on the town guard.
What are these insignia? What do they look like?
I should have thought of that sooner. Hold on.
You made a callback to it and everything. Like, give me.
I did, and I haven't decided. Hold on. Wait.
Is it a white dragon on a spike? Because then I think I have an idea.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't say. I'm going to make one up. So
Okay.
I am making it up that this organization has a symbol of a hand over a spider web.
Okay, I like it.
A right hand.
Good clarification.
What's the position of the hand like?
Right in the center of the spider web, as if it is the spider.
Is it like this?
Yeah, it's hand open.
Like these, okay, hand open.
Hand open.
Okay.
5 fingers.
Can I approach? Can I approach the group? Hello, that's a shiny rock
Yeah,
you
go
have
for it.
there. It's a big
Can I
shiny rock.
can I do like a history or an insight or something check to see if I know what that is?
I will let you after Bob the Krill is just approaching the group, so I want to start with that. So what do you say as you approach the group there, Bob?
Hello, that is quite a big shiny rock you have there. What's
Yeah. And
Right. Yeah, I don't think you
and
should
he
be,
immediately pockets it in a. They don't have zippers, but in a buckled pocket.
I was just
on
going
the
to say,
inside
I
of his
don't think you should have it out. There's some dangerous folks in cities. What are you guys discussing? Can help
None
it
of your
over
business.
here.
We
No.
have business with the High Priest. No, you don't, you bastard!
Oh.
Not anymore. Get out of here.
High Priest. It's nice to meet you. I'm John Chaseo.
Do the rest of you approach the group as well, or is
Yep.
John by himself?
Oh no, I'm probably 5 feet back and to the left, but I'm still there.
All right. So as more of you approach the group, they say, "All right, Zatembe, you haven't heard the last from us."
Well, now what you looking
And then
for?
they walk off.
Okay, never mind.
Those are not some very polite folk.
No, they are not the nicest folk I've ever met. It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your assistance. I'm
No
Grandfather Zatembe.
Yeah, it looked like you were having a little bit of a difficult time there with them, so we thought we'd step in.
Yeah,
and
they wanted me to consult the guides and see if I could find some Artisimber guy. I don't like it. It doesn't sound nice. They gave me bad vibes. I didn't want to do it.
Yes.
Violent
No.
men looking for men usually want to do violence on other men.
Yep, sounds about right. And I think I've seen that man before, and I can tell you, violent man. So you're good to keep your nose clean of that.
The guy's looking for the guy?
Sure.
Actually, yeah. Did we speak? Are any of them familiar to us, like from that group we met in the jungle early on?
Yeah. Or again, do we recognize
Well,
the
you know
symbol?
what?
And now that we've pointed it out, did that group have the same symbol on them?
Make an intelligence check to see if you remember correctly.
I would remember because I have a trait now that lets me remember everything.
His keen mind,
Keen mind.
Do you have keen mind?
Yes.
and it was less than a month ago,
Oh.
so he's got keen mind.
Yep. All right. So,
So you have a super observant
John.
person and a super.
Yep. You guys have collectively teamed up to choose all of the feats that drive DM's crazy.
Yeah.
If one of you picks legend lore, I quit. No, I'm kidding. Not actually. So yeah, I'd say yes. These, even if you don't remember the symbol, these people definitely give you the same vibe.
Okay.
As a minimum, vibe very much the same, and they're also looking for Artis Ember. The guard. There's also a bunch of guards around town that have that symbol just displayed openly.
I think the next question is,
Well, do you know what that symbol is?
that's the
Do
question.
you know what?
Yeah, I was
there
gonna
was-
see if you did insight
Well,
or history.
You know
or...
the well, if you're just gonna ask grandfather's Zatembe, he
No, that's
so-
fair.
Geldreman, you wanted to do an insight check. I will let you do an insight check.
Okay.
Please.
yes.
What are you
Sorry.
inciting for?
I'm just inciting to see if I've recognized it in my travels, and if I know anything about the symbol, like if I can identify.
With the 12, I think you would definitely know that it's the symbol of the town guard here in Port Nyanzaru. They work directly for the merchant princes to help maintain order.
Okay, so
Zatembe says,
sorry, go ahead.
Zatembe says, the whole organization's gone to crap since they started hiring the Zentarum as guards.
I'm sorry, the fucking what now?
The frickin' Zents.
So racist.
You want the spelling? Is that...
I know how to spell Zentarum.
You know how to spell Zentarum?
I do know how to spell Zentarum.
Yep.
And who
Yeah,
are the
best
Zentarum?
mercenaries in the world, my
Yeah.
butt. Biggest pains in the ass, more like it.
Interesting.
But,
wait.
go ahead.
Hang on. Between the Flaming Fist and the Zentarum, how does anything get fucking done around here?
That is a insightful question, young man.
Usually with the exchange of currency. And a lot of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess, okay.
What
Before,
brings you all here?
Before I over metagame, does Yenben know much about the Zentarum?
No.
Okay. Just bad people?
I mean, knowing that the Zentarum exist is probably pretty
The
common
extent-
knowledge, but
okay.
a lot of people have heard about the Zentarum and don't think they're real,
Okay. Fair enough.
right? Especially around Baldur's Gate. If they were the usual hired hands for the guard of Port Nyanzaru, then people in Chult wouldn't believe they existed either. Right?
Okay, fair. All right.
Yeah. Well,
what
anyways,
was your
we're
question?
here. We're here because Yenben. Why are we here again?
I don't know, keen mind.
I wasn't listening. I have to actually listen to be able to remember.
We were speaking to Miss Cinder Sylvain not about an hour ago. She mentioned you were getting harassed over some potentially relevant visions about the deaths or otherwise changing of spirits of some folk in these parts.
Oh, yeah, I was getting bothered by you folks, some jerks in robes. But they also gave me a bad vibe. But you seem all right. I like you a lot. So, I'll tell you
I
what.
don't hear that often.
You're, well, you helped me out. What can I say? So, let me get this straight. You're JJ Seal, right? Is that what
That's
you said?
correct, JJ.
Nice. I heard that you're Yen Ben. Yes.
That's correct.
And what do I call this divine creature?
I'm Lila.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. So he immediately backs off.
She just kind of looks at him like,
immediately backs off and says, "Well, so let's walk in. No need to talk about this right on the steps. Let's go. So those guys were bothering me about some artist Simber guy that they're looking for, and just the other day I was being bothered by these jerks, bald guys in red robes. They wanted to know about the location of some soul thing. They paid well for the visions, but after I did the vision, I consulted the guides, and they gave me a most concerning view. It's I had a vision of a jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. A black obelisk draped in vines. They pushed me to go further, but I couldn't. It seemed too risky.
I think John is just gonna turn around and start walking away and like looking around. He's just like not in it.
John, get your ass back here, you keen-minded little shit.
I didn't tell them. I didn't tell these wizards nothing, because I don't trust them. But are you looking for this city? This place?
First question. Do bald red-robed wizards strike anything to Yenben?
I'm not going to let Yenben make a check for that.
Okay.
Lila?
Dude.
You had another question? Lila, do you have a...
Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of curious. He says that he's seen this location, but why do they want to know about this location?
They said they wanted to know what was happening to people that were dying, all the people that were that couldn't be revived. They wanted to know why. And I thought that was reason enough. It made sense. But they were too ready to spend too much money on it. I'm all for making a donation to the temple. It'll fund some renovations. It's great. But I couldn't help but feel like the money had blood on it. Somehow, some way.
Just because it's a red ruby does not mean it's blood.
No,
not those guys. No, different group of people.
Oh, sorry.
They had idle coins.
So did they? So what did you learn about what's happening with people being unable to be revived? I mean, did you see anything?
It has something to do with this city. The city deep in the south, jungles to the south, surrounded by cliffs, and filled with snakes.
Snakes, hey? What do you make of this, Yenben?
Now, I'm bringing you guys over to the map now. So if you want to take a look at the map and try to guess at where you think a city surrounded by cliffs might be. I'm not going to tell you if you're right.
It's fair. It's entirely valid. You know what? Based on the There's a couple places it could be, but based on what we've talked about so far, and everything that Yenben's learned, I think he wants to lean in to Grandfather and go, Grandfather, it's the heart of Ooptown you're talking about.
What? No, it's not even in a city.
Or are you or is he talking about Harakamar?
Never heard of it.
Oh, we've heard
As
of the
you guys are walking,
Orlunga, but a couple times. Orlunga gets thrown around.
I've heard of Orlunga. I don't know where it is, but apparently there's some kind of guardian, an ancient being that lives there.
Orlunga's in the north.
Yes.
Are you all? What's your interest in Orlunga?
We had some information pointing us that way.
Sounds sort of like orangutan. So it's pretty
It
interesting.
does sound sort of like orangutan.
Yes.
I've never met an orangutan. So as you guys are walking further and further into the temple, you actually notice that at the very center of this temple, John, you clock this, you walk over a teleportation circle. Just so you know.
We've teleported.
No, you don't get teleported. This is just where a teleportation circle is.
Ah.
I see.
It is inert and not in use.
How does one use a teleportation circle? Have I learned about this before?
You cast the spell teleportation circle and it takes about 10 minutes.
Which is a much higher spell than we have access to right now.
So we don't have it. Yeah.
Right.
But future us.
I think it's a fifth level
But also,
spell?
if you get access to that spell within the next month, you can teleport us back here. Because you have keen mind and you saw the circle.
Yes.
Got it.
You also know another high-level mage that might be able to cast teleportation circle,
Also true.
and who has already proven their ability to teleport.
Yep.
We are also talking. Are we talking to someone that's a high level?
No, you don't know what spells or capabilities Grandfather Zatembe has.
I'm asking, Grandfather Sapende. I noticed we're walking over a teleportation circle. Do you know how to drive this baby?
What?
Do you know how to...
Why would I? No, it's I'm a divination guy. That's more of a conjuration thing. I'm more of a you got questions, I can consult the guides and they'll help me. They'll show me the way, they'll guide me to an answer.
Do you know if there's a conjuration person that drives this teleportation circle?
I mean, anybody could.
In this that works here.
That works here?
Maybe they do it for fee.
What are you looking for? Because a teleportation circle is a place that you teleport to.
Yeah, I thought
not
you could
teleport
do it both
from.
ways. Okay, never mind.
So,
I take it back.
I don't know how to cast the spell myself, but I do know that if you get the right kinds of chalks and stuff, then you can draw your own teleportation circle. And then if it matches the circle that you want to go to, then you can put your hands on it, Full Metal Alchemist style, and then teleport yourself and the whole group over the course of a minute.
RuneScape. Got it.
Obsidian Alchemist style.
You guys are using a lot of words I don't understand. But anyways, to answer your question, Grandfather.
Eh?
Yes, we are interested in this soul siphon.
Yes.
You must go and investigate this city. I don't know where it is specifically, but it is surrounded by cliffs. And it is in the far south, very far south. I did get that much. I'm very confident. Not on the shore. It's, but pretty far south. Definitely south of the heart of Ooptown.
South of the Peaks of Flame.
Maybe. I'd say maybe around the same. It could be around that far south. maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But, like, that's pretty far south. That's further south than I've ever been.
Yeah, me too. Well, did you find anything out about this soul siphon in your consultation with the guides?
Nah, that's it. I didn't want to dig any deeper. I'd go crazy. I thought I could. I don't know. It was dark. It was evil. Evil!
Well, that's not shocking.
Well, then, not to get us too sidetracked, but do you have any inklings about why a night hag would want anything to do with the heart of Ooptao?
Night hag. Haven't heard much tell about those in a while. I can't say I have an answer for you. Would you like me to consult the guides?
How much would it cost?
Well, I would humbly welcome a donation to the temple here of 25 gold. And it would take me 24 hours to consult the guides. You'd have to come back tomorrow.
First thing in the morning tomorrow?
No, same time tomorrow.
What time of day are we at?
Probably later in the day. Late afternoon, early evening at this point, because you sailed for most of the day today.
Lila? Is that good about you?
I
Part of
could
me just
put a
wants to
rush
go.
on it. Perhaps.
Why do I feel like I'm being extorted by an old man a little bit?
How dare you! I'm offended. Fine, I won't consult the guides. See if I care.
This guy is very honest yet, man.
Lila casts Druidcraft to make a little handful of popcorn, which she proceeds to pretend to eat.
I give him 40 gold.
All right, I'll do it for 40. You can come back tomorrow morning, sometime after about, not right when the sun comes up, but an hour or two after.
Thank you.
I'll have your answer for you. What was the question again? Just to make sure, just so I write it down. I'd want to make sure I get the question right.
What might a night hag be doing?
Night hag. Want what now?
The heart of Ooptao.
Heart of Ooptao.
That's a fun word to say in this accent.
Ooptao. What would they want in the heart of Ooptao?
Yeah.
Well, what are you more interested in? Are you more interested in the night hag or the heart?
Lila, which is it?
Well, can I do a religion check to see what I know about the heart?
I would let you make either a religion check or a history check, but the answers would be different.
Okay, well, let's do religion. Okay.
So, heart of Ooptao. So, Ooptao is the name of a god that is no longer really openly worshipped in Chult. A lot of old Chultan religion was related to the worship of animal spirits, and Ooptao more or less represented the animal spirit of humanity.
Okay.
And part of the reason why they call it the heart of Ooptao is because it's right at the heart of Chult. It's dead center.
I mean, I'm curious about the hag, but this just seems so unusual.
Do you have a name or any kind of identification about what this night hag is? Because, I mean, I might, if you ask about the night hag, I might just find out about a night hag. You gotta be really specific with this sort of stuff.
Well, she was haunting my dreams, and she stole some of my hair, which, as you can understand, why I would be pretty uncomfortable with that.
Of course, yeah.
So, as far as what she looks like, I mean, I can describe some distinguishing marks for you based on the dream, but who's to say she didn't change her appearance?
There were some things that were definitely consistent between all of the forms that she took in your dreams.
I mean, being gross.
Also that. Her initial form, if you remember, the woman that you saw in the well didn't look particularly gross.
No, but didn't she not have a leg?
Correct.
Okay.
Is that the thing that carries on through all of them?
Do you share that with Zitembe?
Sure, I'll share that with Zitembe.
All right, so we're looking for a night hag with one leg and your hair.
Yes.
I just wrote hair twice. Okay.
She makes lots of accusations. She's kind of rude.
I'm gonna write down rude. I don't know how much that's gonna narrow it down. So we got night hag, stole hair, missing leg, hard ooptow. Now, I'm gonna ask you another question, and feel free to say no. It was Lila, right?
It is Lila.
I want you to know you're lovely. It's fine. This is an entirely professional question. In order to help me consult the guides so they know what they're looking for, can I have some of your hair? Or perhaps an item that you hold dear. Hair would be best. But if she's got the hair, if I have something I can show the guides to connect you and her.
What if I, so I get into my bear cloak, and out of the pocket I pull a little embroidered handkerchief that has it's two embroidered bears. One's a big bear and one's a little bear, and I hand it to him.
Oh, this is adorable. So, how long have you had this for?
Pretty much ever.
All right. I think I can use this. It's definitely got your essence, your scent on it. As far as the spirits are concerned,
yeah,
it should be
I would
enough.
like it. I would like it back though.
Of course,
Don't mind.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So, I will look this up. I will consult the guides tonight, and tomorrow you will have your answer.
Excellent.
Don't wake me up before 10. I need to take my meds. Is there anything else I can help y'all with before I kick you out of here? No, I don't mean it, but before I go take care of stuff.
I think that's good.
That answers my
there
question.
was one question that we did miss. I would like, John, you asked about if you knew anything about bald red wizards. I would like you to make either an Arcana check or a History check.
I'll do history.
Again, you would get different information depending on... Okay, so History of 16. The first wizards in red robes that come to mind to you are the Red Wizards of Thay. Thay was an old city of wizards used to be very different, but now the Red Wizards of Thay, very similar to the Zentarum. Some people think they're a myth, but they seem to have a significant presence trying to use their magics to kind of expand their influence politically and otherwise.
I see.
All right. So,
I guess I would relay that to Yenben and Willa. Is there anything else that you want to know about those fellers?
What's a Thay?
Yeah.
Thay is a city.
Thay's a country.
Sure. Yeah. It's a place.
Yeah.
Well,
But Yenben has to play a little stupid. Far away
it's a
from
valid
Chult.
question. It's
Yeah.
very far from Chult.
It's far
It's
away
not
from
even
Chult.
on most of the maps in 5th edition.
No, it's not. It is so far east.
It's so far east. It's in the very far east of Faerun.
Yeah.
Actually, I found out that I finally found Chult on the map of Faerun, and it is south of most of the maps.
Mhm.
Like, it's past where most of the maps end. And it's way bigger than I thought it was.
Quite a bit further south, too.
Yeah. So apparently, Faerun just doesn't have a southern hemisphere. It just keeps getting hotter.
It's got a mega continent.
Yeah.
Coral has Faerun is like a.
But, like,
massive
Chult is on the bottom of the map.
Yep.
But it's the hottest place in Faerun. So really, if they had a southern hemisphere, it should be the coldest again. Anyway,
We can get into that later.
yeah.
But
Is there
Toral's
anything
big.
else that you guys want to get into here and now relevant to this stuff? Any other questions for Zitembe?
I think
No.
I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
Oh, I think that's me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm about ready to wrap up tonight's session. This was lore.
Yeah, this exposition.
We did shopping and we did lore. Lore episodes are my favorite episodes. So, thank
Least
you
chance
everybody
of us
for
dying.
watching with us. I had a great time. I hope you did too. If you did, check out our Discord. We run D&D games from there all the time, and we'd be happy to hang out and talk about the episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time. Bye!